Good morning students, welcome to Vistaslearning. So today we are going to start our first chapter. Before that, do you remember our introduction class? Do you remember what we discussed in that class? Do you? Good. We discussed about the different chapters we are going to study, right? Now, before we start our first chapter, I would like to take few minutes to introduce you to Vistaslearning. See, Vistaslearning is an online educational platform which strives to provide quality education to all students like you. Okay? Now, let's get back to our unit. Let's get back to our chapter. So, what was the name of our chapter again? Does anyone remember? The name of our chapter is Household Articles. So, shall we start it? Okay. So, today in this chapter, we are going to study about a poem, or we are going to study a poem, and the name of the poem is The Clock of Life. What? The Clock of Life. So, do you know who writes a poem? What do we call a person who writes a poem? We call him poet. So, do you know the name of the poet? The poet who wrote the poem The Clock of Life? It is Robert H. Smith. Can you see it on the screen? I have written it here. Can you read it? So, the title of our poem, that is, the name of our poem is The Clock of Life. And it was written by a poet called Robert H. Smith. What? Robert H. Smith. Okay? Shall we start now? I will recite the poem first. Okay? You close your textbook and hear me recite the poem. Then I will recite it once again. That time you can open your textbook and read it with me. Alright? So, the name of the poem is The Clock of Life. The clock, right? The Clock of Life. So, before we start reading the poem, do you know what a clock means? You all know, right? You have all seen clocks, right? There are clocks in your house, there are clocks in your schools, right? There are clocks in the offices where your father and mother works, right? So clocks are all present in almost all the buildings you visit, right? So why do we need a clock? I will tell you why. See, clock is a device which helps us to track time. It will help us, it will tell us the time of the day. What time is it exactly? It will tell us whether it is morning, or it will tell us whether it's noon, or it will tell us whether it's night, or it will tell us whether it's evening. Alright. So, clocks helps us to identify the time, track the time. Right? And every clock is different. It comes in different shapes, different colors. For example, if you look in your home, there will be different clocks, right? There will be some clocks with square shape. There will be other clocks with round shape. See? So there are different clocks. And in every clock, there are 3 hands. What do you mean by hands? Does that mean the clock has hands like us? No. It means that every clock there are 3 hands, and these hands helps us to tell the time, or helps us to know the time. And these hands are called hour hand, minute hand, and second hand. You will study it in your mathematics lesson. You will study this in your mathematics. So I am not getting into the details. Okay, I am just set it for the general knowledge. Alright. So shall we start reading the poem? Okay. So once again, who wrote the poem? The poem was written by Robert H. Smith. The Clock of Life. And the poem is called The Clock of Life. So now, close your textbooks. I am going to read it. The clock of life is wound but once. The clock of life is wound but once. Not wound, wound but once. And no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop. At late or early hour. To lose one's wealth is sad indeed. To lose one's health is more. To lose one's soul is such a loss that no man can restore. Today only is our own. So live, love, and toil with will. For the clock may soon be still. Okay? Now open your textbooks. We will read it together. Alright. The clock of life is wound but once, and no man has the power to tell just when the hands will stop, at late or early hour. Okay. To lose one's wealth is sad indeed. To lose one's health is more that no man can restore. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed a line in between. To lose one's wealth is sad indeed. To lose one's health is more. And to lose one's soul is such a loss that no man can restore. Today only is our own. So live, love and toil with a will, for the clock may soon be still. Did you like the poem? Did you understand the poem? No? Don't worry, we will learn it together. So what is the poet telling us? The poet is telling us that our life is like a clock. Our life is like a clock, and we don't have the power to stop it or restart it. It's already set, it's already wound up. We can't change anything. Our life is like a clock, but we can't change the time of it. In our homes, we can take the clock and change the time, right? But here, the poet is saying that our life is like a clock, but in this clock, we can't change the time. Okay, we can't know when the clock will stop. We will not be knowing when it will stop. Will it stop in the day or will it stop in the night? We can't know. Okay, he is saying that, see, to lose our health is a sad thing. I mean, to lose our wealth means our money, our possession, is a sad thing. And to lose our health, by health he means if we get sick or if we catch any diseases, it is more sadder than losing our money, right? Why is it so? Because if we don't have the health to enjoy our possessions, what is the purpose in having these possessions, right? See, we have this luxury car, but we can't go out because we are sick. Then what's the point of having this car, right? So the poet is telling that to lose wealth is sad, but to lose health or to get sick is more sad. Is worse. Then what is he saying? Then the poet is saying that to lose one's soul is such a loss that no man can restore. Soul means the goodness in us. Okay, we should always be good to others. We should have the kindness. We should be compassionate. We should be passionate. Okay, we should treat everyone with respect. Okay. So, to lose these things is more sadder than losing health and wealth. And what does he want us to do? He wants us to love. He wants us to live. Right? He wants us to work with a will. Toil with a will. Toil means to work. He wants us to work or toil with a will. Right? He wants us to work hard. He wants to work with a purpose. In life, he wants us to achieve goals. We should all have goals, and he wants us to work for that goal. Okay. And what else he is saying that? He is saying that today is only what we have. We don't have yesterday, it's already gone, right? And we don't have tomorrow because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. All we have right now is today. So we must utilize it. So we must live our life. We must cherish our life. We must be able to love each other. We must treat everyone with respect, and we must work hard for our goals. Alright? Why? Because we may never know when the clock of life will stop. Right? We will never know when we will die, right? Or we will leave this world. We will never know that. So, he wants us to enjoy our life as long as it's lasts. How does he want us to enjoy? He wants us to love every human being. He wants us to love everything around us. He wants us to be good human beings. He wants us to work hard. Okay. He doesn't want us to cheat in our studies. Okay. So the poet is asking you students to work hard for your goals, and he is asking you to do what? To live your life. Okay. without losing your soul. It means you should treat others with respect. Okay, you should not harm anyone. Did you like the poem? Did you? Alright, now let's see what are the new words we studied in this chapter. It's C-W-I-N-D. How do we pronounce it? Well, we pronounce it as wind. What? We pronounce it as wind. See, the exact spelling is also pronounced as wind. You all know what wind means, right? But wind means to make a clock work by turning a key or handle. See, if you take a small alarm or a clock, you can see a key behind that, right? If you turn that key, we can change the timing. That is what wind means. It's a verb. To wind means to change the time in a clock. It's a verb. Okay. Now, toil. I already explained it. Toil means work. What? Toil means work. To work. To toil means to work. Okay. Then we have restore. Right? What does restore means? Restore means repair. Okay. If something happened to something, we will repair it, right? If something is broken, we will try to repair it. That is what restore means. To bring back it to bring back it to a state what it was before, to a state what it was before. Understand? So in our next class, we will be dealing with activities associated with this poem. Make sure you have your textbook, a notebook and a pen. Sorry, not pen, or pencil. Alright, make sure you bring these things. Okay, till then, bye, stay safe. Alright, thank you.